Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward has been with us for a month, and having not participated in the beta, this was all brand new content for me. But it's about time that I gave my full review of this expansion. Now, if you've played a Realm Reborn before, but have given it some time off, ready to return for the new expansion, you might find that you're in for a wee bit of a surprise. You see, you can't access any of the content for Heavensward unless you've completed the main storyline from patch 2.55. And its entirety, it lasts between 16 to 20 odd hours. It's pretty colossal. But once that is out of the way, the new expansion is completely open to you, and the city of Ishgard is your first destination, which also leads to 3 brand new jobs being available for you to grab. First of all, there is the Machinist, which is a gun-toting class. We then have the Dark Knight, the tank-based class, and finally the Astrologian, who is the healer-based class. If you decide to pick up one of these new jobs, they will revert down to level 30 and will require leveling to get them back into Ishgard. This is a necessary evil, however, as it's trying to introduce you to the new abilities and the new mechanics of this class, so by the time you get to Ishgard's content, you will hopefully be a wee bit more proficient in going through it. Also, if you were at the end of your main storyline, you'll have an abundance of double EXP to help you along the way, and if you fate grind, it shouldn't be that long before you get into the new stuff. Outside of the city of Ishgard, there are 6 beautiful new zones for us to all experience. First up, we have the Kurthus Western Highlands. Then there's the Dravanian Forelands, the Churning Mists, the Sea of Clouds, the Dravanian Hinterlands, and finally we have Azizlar. Leveling through them, though, is an absolute joy because they are beautiful to behold. On top of that, the questing is excellent. Heavy narrative-driven stories make you connect to the zones very well indeed. But on top of all of this, there is something else which really makes the experience fantastic. And that's the fact that in every zone that you go in, you can actually learn how to fly. And the way that you do so is through a mixture of exploration, trying to find ethers which are scattered all over the zones, and also through completing storylines which grant you additional ethers. Once you've collected them all, you will be granted the gift of flying, and therefore you'll be able to go wherever you want in that specific zone alone. Move into the next leveling area and you have to repeat the process, therefore always keeping you connected, always keeping you interested, and always giving you diverse things to do while leveling. What could be perceived as a downside, though, is sometimes you might actually get yourself into a position where you have no more quests available to do. Yoshida said that he wanted us to experience more than just questing, and therefore we need to top this up by either doing some fate grinding or by running some dungeons a few times too. Now, where I understand his thought process, one thing I did discover though is it broke the momentum, and it broke the momentum, more importantly, of the narrative. I think people should have options. If they want to break up their leveling by doing fates and dungeons, that's absolutely fine. But if certain people just want to plow through by questing, I do think that option should be available for them as well. Each zone brings with it a dungeon as well, which always appears to be part of the process when trying to get your flying. These dungeons themselves provide some really high level gear when you are leveling up, and also some pretty cool experiences as well. Some of the fights inside of them are absolutely fantastic and whet your appetite for the Primals, which will start to drop as you level up as well. Now, these aren't easy feats either. The Primals are tough. They require full-on coordination, and because they're attached to the storyline, you better buck up if you want to proceed forward. But it's great to see that they are not shy in bringing you tough content that does involve a lot of teamwork and does involve cooperation and coordination at such an early stage in the process. Hit the new top level of 60 and this is really where the proper game begins. There's a couple of hard mode dungeons for you to tackle from the get-go, offering you decent rewards in gear, but probably more importantly, the new soldiery currency, where you can hand this in for excellent gear rewards. On top of that, we've also seen the brand new Alexander raid open up in different difficulty modes, as well as the fact that you have your fate grinding to do, you've also got your hunts to do, and other things. And with Yoshida already hinting that the first patch of the expansion, 3.1, is going to hit sometime around the 2-year anniversary of the game, that would put it in the region of the end of August time. It's giving you just enough weeks to get yourself to optimum level before further content drops for this expansion. And just to pop the icing on the cake, you can also play the brand new Aura race, which is introduced as well, either by using your Fantasia if you have any, or re-rolling a brand new character. So all in all, how would I rate Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward, or patch 3.0 as it technically is? Well, I would give this an 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect. There are some weird little breaks, especially with the leveling, and also at the moment the end game feels a little bit short if you don't want to jump into the Alexander raid. But with 3.1 hot on its heels, we know a lot more content is coming very soon indeed, which will hopefully plug up these gaps, but is an excellent start to what we hope will be a fantastic expansion. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Those links are in the description down below, and I'll be back with more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.